بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Qur'an channel in English. Today inshallah we will talk about al-lahn. What's al-lahn mean and how can I avoid it and what kind of the lahn is. This is our lesson for today. Let's start together. اللحن. اللحن تعريف الخطأ والميل عن الصواب. Definition: error or deviation from right to wrong. اللحن. We have two kinds of اللحن: clear mistakes and hidden mistakes. How can I know which one is which one and which one is haram and which one is okay? This is one of our main points in the lesson today. Clear mistakes like when I change letter to another letter. Like when I change letter صاد to letter سين. عصا to عسى. It's a change the meaning completely. Letter ضاد, some people change it like letter دال, like letter دال. And it's very common for non-Arab too. Like what? وَلَدَّالِّينَ instead of وَلَضَّالِّينَ. So, big difference. What else? Letter qa to letter ta. Like what? Like when I say تَطَّلِعُ. First one is ta, second one is ta. تَطَّى. تَطَّى. People say it تَتَّى. تَتَّلِعُ. Wrong. What else? Letter dha to letter dhal. And this is very common for non-Arab too. It's hard for them to make the heavy letters. So they say al-zalimin instead of al-zalimin. al-zalimin. Wrong. Or for some Pakistani people, instead of letter dhal, they say it za. Instead of al-ladhina, they say al-lazina. Or letter tha to letter sin. When I change letter qaf to letter kaf, qalu, kalu. Or the opposite way, if I change kaf to qaf. If I say, for example, kalbuhum, I say qalbuhum. I change word dog to word heart. Completely different meaning. What else here? We have letter dad. They change it for dha. And this is more for Arab people, especially in some places in Saudi Arabia, some places in Bahrain, some places in Iraq, some places with Arab people. They change the letter dad to dha instead of وَلَضَّالِّينَ. They say وَلَضَّالِّينَ. ضلال, they make it ظلال or ضلال. So يعني change the meaning completely different. And this is still clear mistake and still haram. What else? Letter ya to letter ta. And this is common mistake with non-Arab. The letters with dots, especially ya and ta, they mix between. Letter dhal and noon, they mix between. Ta and ya, we need to focus on it. Letter dhal and noon, remember letter dhal never connect from the left side, but letter noon it's connected. So by this, maybe you can fix your reading or focus on it. What's else from clear mistake? Make the natural mad with less length. And this is very common for non-Arab too. Like word illa, illa, la. Did you hear this? They read it ila, ila. Just fatha. Or word غساقا, they read it غساقا. word لا يملكون, لا يملكون. all this clear mistake, all this right, wrong. All this wrong, why? Because I change a part from Quran for another thing. I change the meaning, I change a letter, I change something, it's affect my reading. What else from clear mistakes make the natural mad with longer length or make the vowel longer? And this is for non-Arab too. Like what? ثم. They say it how? ثم ما. It's not complete alif, but it's more than it should to be with fatha. مآبا, they read it مآبا, so they put alif instead of fatha. This is all wrong. Still, examples more. word حديث, they read it حديث. Wow. فلينظري, فلينظري. Wrong. So you have to be sure كسرة is كسرة, it's half length of ياء. فتحة is فتحة, it's half length of ألف. ضمة is ضمة, and it's half length of the واو. Don't stretch or don't make the ألف and واو and ياء shorter than it should to be. Why this is happening with non-Arab? It's not their language. And this is مد طبيعي, for example. ألف and واو and ياء, we call it مد طبيعي. We call it مد طبيعي. Why? Because the one who's talking Arabic, he can say it with natural way, without thinking about it. For them, I understand. For non-Arab, I understand it's kind of hard for them, but by practicing, they get it. And my advice for you, if you study the lesson 8, المد in النورانية, and the lesson 4 in النورانية, you can get this lengths better. And all this is coming by hearing and looking in the Quran when you hear the Sheikh. After that, you need to read it with your teacher to be sure you read it right. What else from clear mistake? A change vowel to another vowel. طيب. Some of you will ask me, what's the big deal if I change a vowel to another vowel? Arabic, it has very details in the grammar. If you change fatha to dhamma, you will change, for example, the person who happened for him the action to the person who makes the action. For example, I will give you an example here for changing the haraka in the Quran. We have a verse in Surah Fatir, number 28. There is a part of it, it says, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. Some people, by mistake, they read it, استغفر الله, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. What's the difference? If I look here, إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء, that means the scholars is scary or feel shy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in the wrong way, the one who read it and put dhamma in word Allah instead of fatha, and put fatha in word al-ulama instead of dhamma, they change the meaning. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's scary from scholars, astaghfirullah al-ali al-azim, and Allah is not like that at all. So this is big mistake. So changing haraka, it's cause a big different meaning. It's a huge mistake. Okay? This is just an example. I don't want you to read with wrong way. With this wrong way, it's just an example to make it clear for you. Astaghfirullah, I didn't mean to read something wrong in the Quran, but I just trying to show you an example. Okay? Inshallah, this is clear, and may Allah forgive me about that. I didn't mean to read anything in the Quran again wrong. I just want to show you and explain for you the difference if you change the haraka. Because some people say it's just a haraka. Yani don't make it a big deal. It's a big deal. So we have to be sure fatha is fatha. I don't change it for kasra. If it's kasra, I don't change it for dhamma. If it's dhamma, I don't change it for fatha. I don't change a vowel for another vowel. This is the clear mistakes. I can say total clear mistakes. This is the mistakes. Anyone can catch it. Any regular one who can read Quran, he can catch it and he can feel it. And he can tell you make a mistake. At the same time, clear mistakes, this is the mistakes, it's to change the meaning of the Quran. But hidden mistake like what? Hidden mistake like skip إخفاء. Instead of I say كنتم, I say كنتم. Or don't do قلقلة. Instead of I say قد أفلح, قد أفلح, قد أفلح, I say قد أفلح. Or skip meme or noon or lam sakina rules. So hidden mistakes totals, it's the rules of the Quran. The one who studied Tajweed, he know it. But it's not a makhraj, it's not a صفة or characteristics of the letter or the haraka. So hidden mistake, it's a rules of Tajweed. That's mean hidden mistake. The one who can catch it, the one who studied the Tajweed rules, or he read since he start reading with Tajweed rules. Hidden mistake, what else? Reading kasra between fatha and kasra. What I mean by that? For example, some people, and this is for non-Arab especially, very clear. Word ala or alaykum, they read it ala, ala, ale, ale. It's ala, la, not le, le. This is something between fatha and kasra. Not completing the waw or dhamma. This is still hidden mistake. Yes, this is still hidden mistake. If I don't change the sound for another haraka, it's still hidden mistake. Like what? Like when I say word alaykum, kum. Instead, I say alayko, ko, kum. It doesn't change the meaning of the Quran, but it doesn't give a beautiful of the reading of the Quran. So total, I can say clear mistakes, the mistakes anyone can catch it, even if he's not studied Tajweed rules, and it affects the meaning or the reading. But hidden mistakes, this is the mistakes. It is clear only for the people they study Tajweed, and it is makes the reading beautiful. Like what else? Like tafkhim and tarqiq ar-ra. If you are not studying the Tajweed rules of the ra, you maybe make the ra light all the time or heavy all the time. I saw the ra for non-Arab and Arab both equal. A lot of mistakes on it. One of the main mistakes I saw, especially for example, some nationality, Arab nationality, and some non-Arab nationality too. I don't want to say the nationality because it's sometimes make people sad from me. But let it go. Let's say for some people. So they make the ra light all the time. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, wal-Fajr, walayalin ashr. It should to be wal-Fajr, walayalin ashr. So ra should to be heavy when it should to be heavy. Should to be light when it should be light. But this is clear mistake? No, it's a hidden mistake. Not everyone can know it. Not everyone can tell this ra should to be heavy or light. Like what? Example here, like word wal fajr. This should be heavy. A lot of people read it wal fajr. Where is the ra? It's very light and it's not clear even. So this is the hidden mistakes. There is a lot of mistakes else, but this is examples. about قلقلة. A lot of people ask me about قلقلة. قلقلة, it's a clear mistake or hidden mistake. I say قلقلة, if you didn't make it, it's a hidden mistake. But if you move the قلقلة with حركة, this is clear mistake. Like what? Like when I say قد أفلح, this is right قلقلة. But if I say قد أفلح, قد, I put كسرة here. Wrong. Wrong. Now it's a clear mistake because I put حركة for a letter. It's a sakin in the Quran and I put حركة for it. So قلقلة, you should to be sure what are you fixing in the قلقلة to say this is clear or hidden mistake. Inshallah, this is clear for you. شاهد الجزرية for our lesson for today. مكملا or مكملا, both of them is right. Both of them you can get your إجازة in جزرية on it. مكملا من غير ما تكلف means you continue reading without تكلف. تكلف means put more effort to read the letters and to read the Quran. باللطف, with a kind way. في النطق, kind way in what? In the pronouncing. بلا تعسف. بلا تعسف still means without put more effort to read the Quran. Inshallah, everything is clear for you today. Nothing hard. And the clear mistakes and the hidden mistakes is very clear for you. Next time, inshallah, we will take the methods or ways it's not allowed to read Quran with. And next lesson, I counted one of the important lessons because a lot of people don't know these ways and they keep listening and reading with these ways, and it's not okay, it's a haram. Last thing I want to say very quickly before we done. What's haram in اللحن الجلي and what's not, and what's haram in the hidden mistake. اللحن الجلي, اللحن الجلي, it's haram if you make لحن جلي. It's totally haram. طيب, I'm non-Arab and this is my best to read. You can still read better. But I'm not Arab still, and it's very hard to me. If you keep trying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us in the hadith sharif by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the one who reading with a good way, he has one good deed, and the one who's trying and it's harder for him, he will have double good deeds. So you should to try your best and don't say I can't. Okay? If you are trying, you have double good deeds. If you say that's it and I will not try, of course this is not good. And مخارج الحروف الالتزام بها is فرض, واجب. You should to follow the articulation point right. And if you don't make it right, this is haram. Like if I say word Ar-Rahman, I say it Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman or Ar-Rahman. This is wrong. This is haram. Again, about non-Arab, they are trying, it's not their language. May Allah forgive them, Ya Rab, but they should to keep trying till they reach for the right way. طيب. About the صفات of حروف, about the characteristics of the letter. If the صفة, it will change the letter, like صاد, if I make it like سين, so I make it from مفخم to مرقق, that means I will change the meaning of the Quran, it's still haram. It's still haram. But if the صفة like ذراء, I make it heavy or light, and it doesn't change the meaning, this is not haram. This is not haram, but there is two cases under it. If it is just to read by yourself, with yourself, nobody hear you, and you are not studying the Tajweed at all, and you are trying your best to read, so it's okay, nothing on it. But if you are a person study Tajweed rules, and you read Qur'an and you make these rules wrong, this is not good for you. You looks not good. And if you are learning, if you are teaching Qur'an, and you are a teacher for a student, and the student, they are trying to get the reading from you, you should to read it right. And if you don't read it right, it's haram. Why? Because you change in the riwayah. You are lying about what come by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So you have to be careful. A lot of people, they just read يعني very beginners, and I find them, they are teaching Quran. You should to be sure, you should to be careful, because anything you will teach, it will affect you in the future. 10 years later, you will find the student he teach more student with the same way you teach him or her. If you teach him or her right from the beginning, he will teach right. If you teach wrong, you will get these bad deeds forever. So be sure you are ready to teach, be sure you can teach, and be sure you don't have lahn jali, and be sure you know the right reading before you teach and you say, I'm a teacher. Quran is not a tijara, it's not to sell. Quran is to teach right, to find your target in the end, in the Jannah. I hope these words, it's clear for you, and remember it and put it in your mind. And Jazakumullah khairan to watch my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Quran channel in English. See you inshallah next class with very important lesson. Don't let it go from you. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.